This evening's painting stream. I'm going to be slatting some paint, that's the technical term, on some Space Marines this evening. I'm going to be painting some Alpha Legion heavy weapons guys. These guys have got las cannons. Hi Pete, hi Tony, how are you doing? And hello to you if you are there in the chat and just lurking. How is everyone? Hope you've all had a great day. What you been up to? Let us know. I have not had a very exciting day. I have been doing taxes. Still doing taxes. Although some of the stuff that I did today was actually for the current tax year rather than the previous tax year.
Have you done this?
No, because I've left it at home, so I need to take it with me tomorrow. But it's not very exciting. I've got to the point where I need a little bit of assistance from the accountants. So tomorrow I need to get some help. But anyway, these people don't need to know about those boring things. What exciting stuff have you all been up to? It's got to be more exciting than what I've been up to. So.
Tony says, doing good here, trying to decide what to paint next. I thought you were painting that guy with the squid on his head. Hey, Koronoko! How's your splash gel going, Koronoko? I was showing Little Miss your awesome sandcastle earlier on, and she thinks it's really cool. How's the splash gel drying?
I need to do some kind of vacation thing. I discovered a previously unknown to me little selection of Discworld minis earlier on in the shop, but no luggage. But I forgot to look for 2-flower. So if we've got a 2-flower, I might paint 2-flower.
I finished my skeleton on his vacation. My sunburns.
Yeah. You look. I really like how you've done the sunburn.
Have you seen it?
Cool. Sorry, it's morning. No, is that? Have you done more to it?
I didn't even do the face. I mean, have you seen the whole thing? Finished, not just the skeleton bobs.
No.
Ah, okay. Koronoko says that the splash gel attracts wasps. That's a unfortunate side effect that we didn't know about.
Yeah.
How random.
I've put a warning on the product page.
Oh, look, Pando's asleep. No one's paying any attention to him. Pete says, I've been celebrating Lizzie's birthday. Who's Lizzie?
Don't know.
You might have to enlighten us slightly there, Pete. Because we could take random guesses. Like,
do you have a child?
Child or animal or something. It's Jericho's 4th birthday today, which is our friend's dog, if that counts. Skelly on the beach looks awesome. Yeah. He looks alright. It was very, very craft gluing, rummaging around in the craft cupboard for bits of. There was no skill involved. It was just these are some triangles. We'll glue them together with bits of foam and stuff. It'll be fine.
I was looking at him.
Shell on it.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's a shell on the beach.
No, to make a lump. To make a lump to make it a bit more than just flat. That's actually pasta. And then I glued it I super glued it to my finger and I can get it off. But it's fine. My middle child. Oh, you see, we didn't know it was child really, didn't we? We that was our first guess, but we didn't want to just presume that that's well, happy birthday, Lizzie. We will play you the birthday song once Mr. Stop twizzling his face.
I was just making sure I haven't missed any bits.
Oh, I thought you might have been telling us what colour you use or whatever. Tony says, I was going to go with the squid guy with the octopus on his head, then spotted an awesome Wild West Exodus mini, then a couple of cool vampire minis, and then a Blackstone Fortress Mini, and so Tony's still trying to decide. Karanoko says, I think that it's just a particularly stupid wasp, to be honest. It tried to pick a fight with a cat. It does sound like a stereotypical wasp, you know, because I think they're all evil. I don't really understand wasps. I don't get the point. They always seem to just be really mean and horrible. So yeah, if it's trying to land on your splash gel and picking a fight with a cat, then yeah, you don't need that kind of negativity in your life, do you?
No. It needs to go and have a word with itself.
Can you imagine it just flying up in a corner and having a word with itself?
Yeah. So I am using some, what is it even? Bright turquoise. So we're using bright turquoise from green stuff. Got green stuff well in the brain. From Reaper, bright turquoise from Reaper as the base coat for my Alpha Legion guys, and then I'm going to give them a highlight with some Army Painter Hydra turquoise, which is a great complement colour for this. And these guys are going to be in the style of my first Alpha Legion sort of detachment that I painted. I decided to do these guys. I hadn't put together for a little while, but I had a game, a small game last Thursday against somebody who fielded lots of Terminators. And Terminators frustratingly have a 2+ save on a 1 dice. And I need something that can chomp through some heavy armour. So I figured las cannons might be helpful. So I'm going to get these guys painted up so the next time I have a game I can field these guys. They've also dropped the points for them in the new edition. So guys with las cannons used to be very expensive points wise in the older edition of the game, but now they're much more points effective, so definitely makes them a bit more worthwhile taking, as well as the fact they look cool. These massive laser cannons that they're toting look wicked. So these are the original resin ones. I've had these for a little while, and we're still avidly waiting the release of the plastics with the various heavy and special weapons that we haven't seen yet. I was having a chat with we've got another new account manager at GW now. I think we're on our 4th this year. Not because they don't like dealing with us, but because they keep leaving to go and get other jobs. One of them had a promotion, and then 2 of them have left for other jobs outside of GW. So
that's what they're telling you.
Yeah, that's what they're telling us.
Oh, that Nathan, we can't be dealing with him.
Yep. Yeah, the first guy that we were dealing with this year, he got a promotion. He's now like head of European sales or something. He's got the
wild Pokemon in chat. Wild Pokemon in chat.
He's obviously done a good job, but I think they've got pretty good staff retention in their head office, in like the sales and things. I know a lot of the people that I've spoken to over the course of the past couple of years, when folks have been on holiday and what have you, have been there a long time. So the lady that we had initially for several years, she's worked there for getting on for 20 years now. Anyway, so we've got so we've got another new account manager, and we're discussing today releases. Now obviously you can't tell us, even if they know what's on the release schedule, because they get in trouble if they part with any information. But typically we think that they don't actually tell them anything, because then they can't leak it. But it's there's loads of Horus Heresy releases on the roster, if you like, but nobody knows when they're coming out. So we'll just have to wait and see. But the next big release from GW is a new Warcry starter set, and we should have one sometime this week for unboxing and sticking together painting demo purposes. So when that arrives, we'll be able to have a look through it and see what's what. Have a look at the new rules. There's some updates to the rules and things for Warcry. Warcry's a pretty cool little skirmish system that they brought out. Plays in like just 3 turns, so you should be able to smash a game out in about 45 minutes. You just play with small war bands of models. So a little bit larger scale than the Underworlds game. Think of it as like an Age of Sigmar kill team, I guess, is how I would think of it. So we've got, hopefully that should be here in the next couple of days. If by some miracle it arrives tomorrow, then we'll possibly do an unboxing on stream tomorrow night. But there will be no stream on Wednesday this week. Better tell you all now before I forget. No stream on Wednesday this week. We've got something happening. So no stream on Wednesday, I'm afraid.
So what have you been doing for birthdays then, Pete? Is Lizzie around? Is she on the birthday song? What have you been up to? Anything fun?
I think we should have the birthday song anyway for Jericho.
Yeah, I'll just see if Pete answers me first, and then we'll have it anyway. No, there's my skeleton there.
Yay! He's cool.
So that lump's a
past the shell.
Yeah, that's my skelly bob.
He's awesome.
And I made the bucket out of a bit of the glue gun glue. You know, there's like cylinder, and the handle's a loom band. I mean, we're really pushing the boat out with the crafting materials on this one.
That's awesome.
And obviously it's real sand and real pebbles off the beach. No, of course it's not, because we don't take things off the beach. Real pebbles. But the shells were like, the little bits of shells that we had were all still too big, because it's so tiny. Tony says, I like the Underworld war bands. They're great value for the more painty types like me, as the minis are a bit different and still a decent price, even if you don't play the game. Yes,
they are. In fact, that's one of the sort of topics of conversation I had with our new chap today, was that although Underworlds doesn't get a lot of play in the shop, because there's so many games, not everybody can play everything. So although it doesn't get a lot of play, people are still buying the minis because they're really cool, characterful figures. So people are buying them for just painting because they like the look of them, because they're affordable enough sets with anywhere between kind of 4 and 7 or 8 minis in. So if there's a couple of figures in there that you think look really funky, it's definitely affordable kind of prices. And also people like to get them as character figures for their Age of Sigmar forces, or other conversion purposes. I've had my eye on the vampire one for a while.
Vampire?
Because I want to convert them into characters for my Dark Elves. But I've got too many other projects on the go to warrant it at the moment.
This is true.
I have.
The Crimson Court box is fabulous, says Tony.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I think with the style of the armour, just painted a bit differently, and a couple of head swaps, they'd at least 3 of them, because one of them's got bat wings, hasn't he? But at least 3 of them would make excellent Dark Elf characters. And then there's another another vampire figure that's also got some spectacular looking armour on. She's available as a separate figure, but there's some bats moulded through her hair, because of the way they've created the thing. When I first saw it, I thought like, oh, that'd be all right. We'd be able to like, cut them off and what have you. But I'd want to keep the hair that she's got going on, but I don't think it's possible without wrecking it too much. And my green stuff skills are not good enough for remodelling hair once I've cut all those bats away.
Tony says there's some of the minis that are causing my what next dilemma. Pete says they've not done a lot today for birthdays, but we're having a day out tomorrow.
Awesome.
Excellent. Are you going to tell us where, or is it top secret? We'll play the birthday song. Is everybody ready for the birthday song? I hope that you are all going to sing along at home to all join in with the birthday song. Are we ready?
Yeah!
I'm glad somebody answered me.
There is a mighty Lancer birthday, a mighty Lancer birthday. Someone has a birthday in mighty Lancer land. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Hope you had an awesome day and you're going to have an awesome day tomorrow.
I know where they're going.
Oh,
I don't, but I know where they should go. Oh, thank you for the follow, Ella616. Awesome. Thank you very much, and welcome along. Yeah, where they should go is there's this really great game shop in the middle of town.
I'm sure Lizzie doesn't want to go shopping to the game shop as a birthday treat.
Yeah, but you can like hire a table for a very affordable price and stay and play all day from any of our games
kind
on
of
the
games
demo.
can you play?
You can play a fantastic selection of board games and other. There's like solo games, horror themed games. We've got Mansions of Madness. We've got all sorts of stuff that you can come and play for a very reasonable £3. Pete says that he bought her presents from us.
James says, really great game shop. Is it Sports Direct? I don't think we've got one of them anymore. Is it? Oh, we haven't we?
Yeah,
still open.
still
Sports Direct.
No, don't get me started on that one, Joe Star.
No, why?
Well, because the Mike Astley, and I think he's called, the chap that owns Sports Direct, also owns Game.
Oh, right.
And seeing as the video game market is dying off because everybody's just downloading their games now.
You gave him some free advertising here.
No. Yeah.
You just stopped talking now.
Well, yeah. So they've started opening games inside Sports Direct stores, so they can cross-sell other stuff. So they've started carrying a selection of board games and other bits and pieces in some game stores, rather than it all just being computer games. They're muscling in on our turf.
J-Star says, I didn't realise he also owned Game. Yeah, see, everyone's trying to take food out of our mouths. But anyway, never mind.
Yeah.
Let's not get all sulky bum.
No, it's not worth it.
Oh, it's not worth it. So, Ella616, what do you paint? Do you play tabletop games? What are you into? Tell us more about you. Nathan over there, Mr. MLG, is painting. What?
Sorry. No, it don't matter. Yes, I'm painting.
What did I do?
You said Nathan over there, and I just felt the compunction to say hello and threw you off your stride. I'm sorry. So I'm painting Alpha Legion Heavy Support Squad for Horus Heresy, Age of Darkness. So these are a combination of Mark III and Mark II power armoured chappies, and they are toting las cannons for anti-tank and anti-heavy infantry perpoises to try and take out some of my opponent's Terminators and things specifically.
Actually organised.
Oh yeah, of course so.
So J-Star would like you to put a wig on. Get a wig on your head.
Okay.
I'll let you choose.
Handy that I've just finished painting that guy.
Yeah, so you can use your Lance rewards. You get Lance rewards just by watching us. You don't have to pay for them. You can use those to make us do daft stuff. Mainly the boy over there, because it's always his face that you can see. So you can use those. We also have Streamloots cards. There is currently 1 pack of free Streamloots cards available. So just follow the link and you can claim that. And then you can make us do even sillier stuff. You can also win a miniature and you can also win a sticker with the Streamloots. And we have Pando, the community pet, over there in the bottom left-hand corner, who you can play rock, paper, scissors with, and feed, and hydrate, and it's a bit like a Tamagotchi type thingy-majig. We didn't name him Pando, that's how he comes named. So yeah, there's Pando over there. And the Pokemon community game pops up every now and then as well, just to keep you entertained.
Pete
while
the
you're
Hydrator
watching
would
us.
like you to look down the camera lens and say hello.
Hi, Pete. Hello. 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 Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. So we're just going to, got 2 guys left to do with Hydra Turquoise, not Hydra Turquoise, Tropical, no, it's not even Tropical Aqua, is it? What's it called? Bright Turquoise, that's what we're doing. Bright Turquoise. 2 more guys with this, and then we'll do highlighting of Hydra Turquoise.
It's almost like that emote was made for him, isn't it,
Yeah.
Tommy?
Looks just like me.
So why are you using those colours then?
Why? Because typically lots of people paint Alpha Legion in a metallic turquoisey kind of colour, and that's really cool, but I couldn't settle on a version of doing that I liked, so I decided that I was going to do it in a non-metallic turquoise, just because I thought that might look cool. So I did a little test model some time ago, thought it looked alright, and then we tried out the metallics and stuff as well, but then decided that this was the way that I liked it.
Wild Pokemon in chat.
This was the way I liked the appearance the best. So I've also painted... That's right. Also painted some in a different colour scheme, in a kind of purple colour scheme, to match the cover art of the Legion Horus Heresy novel. So they're purple with green trim. So I've painted a couple of squads of elite troops in that style for special missions. I might end up doing some more in that yet, but we shall see.
J-Star's using random commands that the Pokemon community game doesn't get. Poke shoot! It's like, no, that doesn't exist. You can't fool it, J-Star. Hey, Wicked D, how you feeling?
Yeah, you're fully recovered. Have I had this thing on for a minute yet?
No.
Keeps getting in my face.
Yeah, that's what hair does. That's what hair does. Wicked says, I wouldn't say fully. This is what happens when you get old, you see. Hangovers last a lot longer.
Yeah.
You should have done what I did and just had a bottle.
Why, how many bottles did Wicked D have?
Well, I mean, I had a whole bottle of cherry brandy, but Wicked D had lots of bottles.
Oh,
of
thank you
other
very
stuff.
much, Wicked D. That's extremely kind of you.
What? Reaper Cakes just subscribed.
It says Pando. Oh, I didn't see that bit. Thank you, Reaper Cake. Underneath that Pando says thank you, Wicked D.
Oh, you were ahead of the time.
Yeah.
Panda's always ahead.
Yeah.
That's awesome. This is the most subscribers we've ever had ever.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Does this mean people actually like the stream? Oh dear.
Yay.
No, thank you very much, Reaper Cake, and thank you, Wicked D. That's very, very kind. Whole bottle, yeah, J-Star, they're not very big. They're not very big. But then I see everybody else was drinking like lagers, and I don't like those things. I only like spirits, and I don't drink very often at all. But we were out for special occasion, so I had drinky poos. We started at 4 and we got home at 3 o'clock in the morning. So Wicked D is feeling still slightly worse for wear, but it's all right. It only happens once a year, doesn't it?
Maybe.
Like the stream not sure about the hell, it's gone now. Reaper Cake, just for you. It was a Wig Me by J-Star. J-Star used the Reaper. No, that's you. Used the Lancer rewards to make him put a wig on. And that's the one that he chose, all on his own.
I was just looking for one that I haven't worn for a while.
He doesn't like that one though, because it tends to put lots of pink strangly hairs all over everything.
Yeah.
Jason says, I prefer tea. Yes, yeah, I'd have had a cup of tea, but I think I may have been frowned upon. They also made me go in our local like nightclubby type place, which was full of young people. And I kept saying, before we went in, I kept saying, I don't want to go in here. But they made me. So that's how come we ended up staying out so late. Because you had to pay as well to get in there. So once I was in there, you
had to get your money's
got
worth.
to get my money's worth.
Did you dance?
Well, you couldn't get on the dance floor because it was full of children, or the younger generation, having a good time. So I didn't attempt to go and be involved in that kind of thing. So we stayed off the dance floor. We did dance, just not in the designated spot. But yeah, there was lots of music I'd never even heard of. Didn't know what most of it was. And then music that I recognised, but then it's just remixed into something else, and then I didn't recognise it anymore. Definitely showing my age.
Just a bit.
Wicked D says, I need Mrs. MLG to put her foot down with me when out. Water only. It's up to you what you drink. I didn't buy you any. You wouldn't let me. That was your friends, your other friends. That's what that was. Not to do with me. I didn't have anything.
She wouldn't let you buy her a drink?
Actually, there was some, what was it, Black Sambucas. So I offered to pay, I got the money out and wanted to pay for that, but her friend was like, no, and then they were doing rounds, you see, and I wasn't drinking while we were out, because I'd already had a whole bottle of cherry brandy. I was quite happy, and I'm too tight to pay for drinks. So there was I wasn't involved in the round system. That was what was going on, you see. Not that I was like, no, I'm buying you a drink. Does Brid still have a night? Well, I don't know if you class it as a nightclub. It's called Apollo, and that's the one that stays open.
They serve food during the day.
They serve food during the day, yeah. They were stayed open later when everything else is shut, so that's why I classified it as a nightclub. We were doing rounds, said Wicked D. Yes, you were, yeah. Or somebody was, anyway. There was like special offers on bottles. So it was something like 3 for a £5, but there was 4 of you. So then it ended up, we might as well get 6. So then there was always 2 left, and they always seem to come to you. So I don't know. Anyway, I walked you home. What more do you want? Got you in the house. Stopped you completely falling headfirst into that bush. It was all good. You kept complaining. You all kept calling me Sensible Emma. Oh, look, Sensible Emma. It's like, yeah, it's alright, I'll get you all out. It was fun.
Have a good night, didn't you?
Yeah, it was alright. I don't really like the people. Like the other humans that are out and about in the world scare me.
And I watched The Phantom Menace and went to bed. Yeah. Well, when I'd suggested that we watch Star Wars from the beginning, you didn't seem overly enamoured, so I thought I'd just watch it.
I can't remember you saying that you wanted to watch it. It's all in a weird order now, though, isn't it? Because you have to watch the newer ones first.
Yeah.
I've seen all the classic ones, but I don't think I've seen all of the new ones. It loses me. I get confused.
Well, we can watch it again if you want to catch up.
Oh, that's nice, J-Star. If you don't vomit, it's a good night. I don't do things like that. I don't like letting go of stuff. And I was perfectly sober, so I was absolutely fine. I don't know what happened to Wicked D after I left her in her house. The fact that she couldn't get in was quite funny though.
I don't know. How long did it take you to get back in the house after I'd come and picked Mrs. MLG up?
No,
I put her back in the house, didn't I? But she wouldn't lock the door. But I put her back in because she kept running out. You were like trying to escape Wicked D. You kept running out and trying to get to Nathan.
Yeah, I think you were trying to get in the car.
Just kept going, get back in the house. Maybe you should ask me later and I'll fill you in on the whole night that's not live or on stream. It's all good fun. We're doing it again, bank holiday, aren't we?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we were. I told you that when I got home.
Did you?
Yeah, you were quite asleep there. To be fair, it was 3 o'clock and you were a little bit sleepy. I let you have a lie in.
I know you did. I know.
So
It was
kind.
good.
Yeah, I'm the one that went out and then you got a lie in.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, so lovely.
Seeing as you hadn't taken your keys with you, it's a good job that I'd purposefully put my phone next to my head when I went to sleep in case you needed me.
Well, that's what I said to you though, didn't it? Before I left, you said, are you going to take your keys? And I said, well, no, if you're not going anywhere, is it alright if I don't? Because I don't take a handbag or anything, so then I'd have to like try and wedge it in a pocket. And you said, yeah, that's fine. Now, granted, neither of us expected me to come home at 3. That wasn't something that was planned.
Yeah, I stayed up till 2:30 and then I went to bed.
Yeah, you see. Because you love me. But then, I kept telling you where I was. Didn't I? I was complaining, they're making me go in a collar.
Yeah. You had a great time.
I had a nice time, I've said that. I'm not sure about Apollo, but I had a nice time. Well, it was just weird, we just kind of stood there and wandered about a bit. It was odd.
We didn't go to Apollo when I went out the other week.
You went in garden though, didn't you? I had never been in that place. It looks really, really expensive, so I didn't.
Yeah, well, it wasn't overly expensive, but it's tiny.
J-Star says, just finished Stranger Things. See, we've not watched that. People go on about it all the time, don't they? But
Maybe we need to give it another go.
I haven't really got time, that's the problem. Tony says, not been
We've
out
only
for a
got-
drink in over 8 years. It's been a very, very long time since I've been out. And like I said, this was a celebration. So it was, got to do that, yeah. But normally I don't leave the house. I would have just locked the door and left the shed. We ain't got a shed, J-Star. And that's not very friendly. It's not like I came home drunk.
No.
A friend of ours has slept in his wheelie bin before.
Wheelie bin?
Yeah, outside his front door. He couldn't get in because he
Who was
couldn't.
that?
Who do you think? Because he couldn't open the door. Not that he didn't have any keys, he just couldn't get in. So he climbed in the wheelie bin mean, you've got to be drunk to think that's a good idea. He said he thought it was he thought it'd be warmer than just curling up on the doorstep. I've never done anything like that. I've always just gone in the house. Ruby Cake says, must have been the weekend for it. We were out for the first time in 3 years for a leaving do. Yeah, I think maybe. Maybe, man. I think maybe, yeah. And like I said, this was a celebration as well, so like a leaving do, yeah. And there was some people there from the place that I used to work, so that was cool. I hadn't seen them for a while. Yeah, it was good. It was nice. I don't think Wicked D's thinking it was nice quite yet, though. And Tony says, it sounds really fun.
Sounds groovy. Oh no, groovy was June, wasn't it? Juicy.
We were drinking French porn. What's that? French porn stars. Don't know what that is. I only drink spirits, you see, so it tends to be more expensive. So I try and not drink when I go out because I'm too tight.
Yeah, cocktails and stuff are cool, but they're expensive. And you... Ooh.
Wowzers! Thank you, Moxie.
Thank you, Moxie.
Hi! How are you doing, Moxie? Not seen you for a while. How are you doing?
Yeah, how's it going?
That's really cool. Thank you, everybody. That's so good. I'm glad you like the streams. I'm taking subscriptions and following and chatting and stuff as you actually like them. You know, just throwing that out there. Again, if there's anything you ever want to see us do, or any questions that you want to ask or anything like that, then let us know and we'll do our best. There's no guarantee, obviously, but yeah. And don't forget, we're here tomorrow at 7, but we're not here Wednesday. We've got some important family malarkey going on. So we're not. Ruby Cake says it's a passion fruit martini with Prosecco.
Wow.
See, I don't like Prosecco. And that sounds a lot. That sounds a lot of stuff, a lot of flavours going on there.
It does, doesn't it?
That does. That does sound. No, I'm very simple. Just, you know, rum or whiskey, that kind of stuff. Very simple girl, me.
Yeah.
Moxie's doing good. How are you all? How's everybody in chat? How are you there, over there, boy?
I'm awesome. Thank you for asking.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah, do you know, I said at the shop the other day, I said everything is awesome, and they said, is it though? And I said, yeah, of course it is. Everything's cool when you're part of a team, and they just didn't get it at all. Just didn't.
They just look at you like you were a bit nuts.
Yeah.
Ruby Cake says, do you have a video on doing object source lighting for beginners?
No. But I guess we guess we could put Mrs. MLG to the test. But it's been a while since she's done a teaching.
I am a beginner. I am a beginner.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you're tried and tested. That's you. We do have a wonderful community there, Ruby Cake, in our Discord, and we have a painting questions channel where some of the more experienced people than myself can help out, and we try and help each other out with different things and stuff. So that's always cool. Ruby Cake says,
I've just done that because
everybody.
I have to do it.
There's wild Pokemon in chat. Most people are trying to catch it.
I'm just going to blart a bit in this one.
Ruby Cake says we're afraid of object source. Oh, don't be afraid. Even I've had a go at it. I just have no confidence in telling you how to do it because I'm still learning myself. The main thing is to make the source of the light the brightest, and then the light gets dimmer obviously as it gets further away. I found, and jump in chat and help out with this, but I found that holding my mini that I wanted to paint with the object source lighting And putting a light on it from the direction the light was coming and then taking a photograph helped me remember where the light would cast the shadow, if that makes sense. So I put like a light on where the light would be in real life and then took a photograph to see where the shadows were. Can I give that figure a name? What figure? The one that he's painting? Or another one?
Yeah, you can if you like.
Beaming Apple likes naming stuff.
Yeah.
Tony says, just bleh, bleh, bleh. Tony didn't say that at all. It said, I just have a bash and hope for the best. What's the worst that can happen? Exactly, what's the worst that can happen?
Do you know, I was just going to say, I don't go to the extent of light sources and stuff like that. I just go, yeah, I think some would go there.
Yeah, I was just,
Yeah, but so you keep saying that you're a new painter. But the quality of your painting is significantly better than mine. I've been painting minis for 30 years.
Not at all. I haven't got anything. I was trying to see if I had anything in my cupboard that had a lantern or something that I might have painted, but I am.
No, I think the ones that I've done are at the shop as well.
Yeah, I think so. I can't help out with a look-see. Oh.
So.
Briefcase says, I hate the thought of spending ages doing a great mini and then ruining it by messing up object source lighting. So what you want to do, Reaper Cake, is get some of the Reaper minis, because obviously Reaper are great value minis, and just practice. So, just get a couple with holding a lantern or a torch or something, and then just give it a practice. And then once you feel more confident in it and you've got over that initial fear, then do it on a mini that you really, really want to paint it on.
Yeah.
Because you can always strip your mini. You can always just get one mini with a torch and have a couple of goes on it.
The Undertaker is a really good starting point.
We know you can do it. We believe in you.
That's a good tip from Kuronoko. Take the photo in black and white, see the light and shadow better.
So Ruby Cake wants to name the mini George, like our Pathfinder Goblin. That's called George.
Yeah.
And Veeman wants to call it Burjack.
Well, I've got 5 different ones, so one of them can definitely be called George.
Burjack. Have I said that right? Burjack?
I think so.
Me and reading don't go well together. So what's everybody working on? Is everybody doing their MLG brush off? The great MLG brush off. The theme for July is tiny. That was good. I like that. Was tiny. Is tiny. You can paint any mini from any range or whatever. It doesn't have to be teeny weeny. It just has to be as tiny as you dare. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. Let us see those tiny minis. And next month is flying, which obviously could be aeroplanes, hot air balloons, angels, demons, anything. I think that's it. Anything with that's flying, a bug, fly. So yeah, get involved. It's just for fun. It's cool. Moxie says, I'm still getting my head around D&D. How are you getting on with that, Moxie? Especially character creation at the moment. Didn't know there was so much maths involved. Yeah, clicky clacky maths rocks. That's why I never wanted to play. But actually, it's not as bad as it seems, because that's what always put me off. But plus, I'm trying to learn DMing, trying to get ready to play a game for my boy's birthday on the 13th of August. Is there like a generate anything that you can use to help out with that character generation? Whatever they're called?
I believe there is an app, but I don't know. I've never used it. But I believe there is an app that you can use on Android devices.
Do you have any? Have you got a specific time that you'd have free to maybe help out? Brings the sheets down or whatever.
Yeah.
I know you've got a couple of meetings this week, and then we're on holiday.
I will. I'll check my schedule in the morning and let you know.
If it's just over voice chat.
Yeah, yeah, I can definitely do that. Got a couple of things to try and get sorted, but yeah, I'm sure I've got some time this week
Yeah, but
or next week.
Reaping Cake's right there. Don't stress too much about the rules. Just make it up on the fly and fix it as you learn. Because you're only like you're doing it for your lads, aren't you? Just to have fun. The main thing is to have fun, and you need to have fun as well. Because then that makes it more fun for them. So stressing too much about it might just make you not want to do it.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
Beeman says, can Burjack have a left boot that's been scuffed?
Yeah, we can do that.
You have to write his name underneath so you remember who it is.
Yeah.
Koronoko is painting the Rocky Dragon for Goblin Inspiration. That's looking really cool, that splash gel and everything, even though it attracts wasps. And the little tiny sandcastle is looking really, really cool.
Which Rocky?
It's the one sat up. I can't remember what it's called though. It's on the Discord. I know you've been at work, so you might see it. That's it's in there.
Been at work. Been doing boring paperwork admin stuff.
Yeah, you have. Tony says, Nathan,
Yeah.
one of your Marines needs to be called Derek. He's a Necron sleeper agent.
Fair enough. Well, it could be called Derek, to be fair, and just be a regular Space Marine, because the Alpha Legion are like sleeper agents. They go hanging out in other people's other Space Marines' spaceships and stuff, so they can learn all their secrets. They're the sneaky people of Space Marine land. So we're just gonna.
You just called it Space Marine Land.
Yeah.
Games Workshop have worked so hard on all the lore, etc. You were just calling it Space Marine Land.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Can one be called Glenn? Says Wiki D. He can be Derek's best mate.
Yeah, sure. Well, so this one can be
write this down.
this one can be Burjack over here, and then this one here can be George.
It's Scheming Rocky.
Scheming Rocky. Cool. I've never painted a Rocky.
Hiya. Hey, Crafty.
Because I had some
Draker
Rockies.
says hands up for 5 seconds.
I had some Rockies to paint.
Hands up, baby, hands up. You're counting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hydrate. How are you, Crafty? How you doing? Baby Cake says, do you get much time for playing 40k? He's actually currently playing 30k, aren't you?
Yeah. Although I might be having a game of 40k this week if nobody else can make it. We've had somebody who wants to play and haven't got an opponent, so I've said that I will have a game if I cannot find an opponent for the young man. But yeah, so we've been playing 30k. So normally Thursday night is the night that I would have a game. Being the busy admin type owner person of a game store, generally it means that you don't get to play any games. Certainly not while the shop is open. Despite what people think, we don't just all hang around playing all the time. Honest gov. Don't even get to do any painting or anything during the day. Too busy working. Do need to when I get up to date with all my boring admin tax stuff. need to spend a little bit of time doing some terrain things for the shop tables.
Well, Thursday nights and Friday nights, but Thursday nights are late night gaming and mainly tabletop stuff, isn't it? So
Yeah.
you tend to get a couple of games in there, don't you?
Yeah, that's it.
So you've got to play. You open the game store because you're a gamer.
Yeah.
So you enjoy play. Wiki D says Glenn and Derek went to school together. They had been best mates for as long as they can remember, and it was always their dream to become space marines together. They have sworn to protect each other in battle for the rest of their days. So there you go.
Seems legit. So this,
Crafty says, can't get hooked on your own merch. He's been hooked for years. That's how come we ended up with a shop.
this guy can be Glenn then,
Glenn. Oh, right.
and the one that I've just done can be Derek. Derek, the Necron double agent. Just a rough dry brush all over with some Hydra turquoise, just a little highlight, and then we'll go in and we'll paint some metallic details. I think next. Clean that. I'm going to put this brush away because it's too big, and then I'm going to get out our Dark Star Old Silver. Are there any D&D groups that would take on a newbie at Thursday night gaming? We've got a new group starting at some point, and we need, and they need, one more player, I believe. So to start off with, they're going to play one Thursday a month, I think, or 2 Thursdays a month, depending on how available everybody can be. But that's certainly a possibility for you. They're going to be playing a slightly older edition of D&D, the 3.5 version rules, but the DM's very experienced, and he wants to play a campaign based in the Eberron setting, which is kind of like high-techy, but still magic-based stuff.
Hi. Little Miss says hi, everybody.
Hello.
You okay? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so still fantasy, high fantasy, but a little bit more high-tech level things. They've got land trains and like flying ships and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Koronoko says 3.5 is the best version. Yeah, it is good. That's magic punk. That's a good way of describing it. Reaper Cake. And did I see something from Vimanakwa that says Burjek's backstory? I'll let you think of a backstory for him. You can think of a backstory. See, Wiki D's created a backstory for Glenn and what have you. Little Missus just wandered off. Sorry guys, she's just wandered off to go and get something to feed herself. She'll be back in a second, I should imagine. People were saying hello to her.
She really just came to ask if she could have some raisins. She's
see.
supposed to be in bed
Yes.
2 hours ago, but it's half term, so she's staying up.
Right, let's see if we can do some trim on this armour. Yep. So what are you painting over there, Mrs.
I don't know.
Marjorie?
I don't know what it is. this guy.
Oh, it's that guy, the Pale King.
I don't know what that is though.
No,
I don't know where
neither
he's-
do I.
I don't know where
That,
he's from.
that was what it was called.
He's probably not the Pale King anymore, since I don't know what the Pale King is, so he's just my version of this dude. They'll probably get like, that's not what the Pale King looks like. And be like, I don't know what the Pale King is.
No, I don't know either. But that's what the file was called.
But this is this guy.
It's quite big, isn't it?
It is big.
And you guys might all get to see it tomorrow night.
Oh, Panda's crying because he's hungry.
Oh no, poor Pando.
I don't really know what colour to do his robes. Maybe I should look him up.
Let's see if he's from a computer game or something. Moxie and Pete are discussing Elden Ring. Not tried Elden Ring, but I've heard very good things about it.
Moxie says, does anybody still play Bushido?
Yeah, we're trying to get some games organised. Actually, we've got a couple of people waiting for us to get our act together a bit. To be fair, on the Bushido front, Reese, who works in the shop, has got some of the new Void Ninjas. So we just need to get organised for a game. He was supposed to be coming.
Take care.
Thank you. He was supposed to be coming for a game when he was on holiday one week, and then he'd gone home. He'd been in during the day, and he'd gone home and got doing some of his project game. He's developing his own computer game as a part of a project thing he's doing. He got wrapped up in doing that and stood me up. I was sat there on a Thursday evening waiting for him to come down so I could spam my little goblins and defeat him. I can't see it. The screen's scrolled. Oh, there we go. Burjack is left side dominant. He learned how to use his rifle right-handed so as to not stand out. The scuff on his left boot is from where he cleaned it so hard from the blood of his enemies. It's not so easy being a neat freak. Wiki D says, Burjack was a loner, orphaned as a child and left to fend for himself. Never quite felt like he fitted into any crowds. One day he was in a bar and someone started some trouble with him. Burjack quickly defended himself and beat the guy down. Unbeknown to Burjack, the local Space Marine recruiter was there in the bar. So impressed by his skills of defence, he signed him up on the spot. Sounds about right, yeah? Good. The Alpha Legion recruit from many worlds. A lot of Space Marine chapters only recruit from one place, but the Alpha Legion recruit from all over the place. Or they did at the time of the Heresy, anyway. Because now they're classed as traitors, so they can only recruit from certain places. But most of their legionnaires have been knocking around for quite some time because the timeline's moved on 10,000 years. But yeah, it's things have got a little bit different for Traitor and Chaos Space Marines. But the Alpha Legions are the good guys, really, in the whole situation. They're trying to avoid the galaxy falling to chaos. No. So they're the Alpha Legion fight on both sides because they're trying to manipulate the course of history, basically. But everybody thinks they're traitors because they mostly fight against the good guys. But they're not bad guys, really. That's the Dark Angels. Dark Angels, bad guys. They're all traitors. We just don't want to admit it.
I must be part of that then, because that's what I've got tattooed on my foot.
I don't know. Is that secretly you were a Warhammer fan before I met you?
Nope. But I mean, if that's what you want, you know, you can take it as that.
They've over the years, GW have vastly changed the kind of history of some of these Space Marines. So when I were a lad, and the history of the Dark Angels was that they were from like Native American style tribes, and then they've evolved the backstory now. So now they're warrior knights from a heavily forested world. But didn't used to be. But they're all dodgy. They're all dodgy. All the Dark Angels. They've moved
Like
on.
the official term.
Yeah,
They're
they're
all a bit dodgy.
Yeah, well, they're all like trying to hide all the traitorous versions of themselves, basically.
Tony says, not read any game-related fiction since the D&D novels. They were awful and really put me off game-related fiction. You really like the Warhammer novels, don't you? You've got them all, I think.
Yeah, some of them. Some.
You've got a lot.
Yeah, some. Yeah, I have. Some. I try and pick and choose the writers, because some of the writers are significantly better than others. There's a couple of. Yeah. In my humble opinion, there's some of the books that when you read it make you want to like go and start an army of that kind of faction or whatever, because they really get you on side with the characters and stuff, which I think is a really good sign that they've done their job properly. So Dan Abnett, who was also written for a few comics and had some input on some of the Marvel stuff. He's good, and they've also done like Dark Horse and things like that. Comics. Graham McNeil, he's another really good writer. Aaron Dembski Bowden, he's very good as well. They're possibly some of my favourites at the moment. The Night Lords trilogy and the Eisenhorn series, written by Aaron Dembski Bowden and Dan Abnett, are some of my favourite.
Do you not like yourself as much?
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. He's not really written as many books as the other guys, but certainly the Night Lords and the Eisenhorn books feature amongst my favourite books of all time.
If someone wanted to start reading them, what would you suggest would be the first book if they've never read any?
I would go for, if you want to read fantasy, then I would suggest you read the original Gotrek and Felix stories written by William King. They're pretty good. So if you were looking for it now, you would go for Gotrek and Felix Volume 1. And that's got Troll Slayer and a couple of other great stories in. That's really good. And if you're looking for 40k themed stuff, then either Eisenhorn, what's the first one? Xenos. Eisenhorn, Xenos, or the Night Lords trilogy are excellent places to start. And then once you kind of start into the universe and you've got a good kind of grounding of what's going on, then you can pick any other book up pretty much and you'll be straight into it.
I really like that dark guy.
Malice Darkblade.
Yeah, he's just funny. He's just really sarcastic. It's like just me. Apart from all that demon, obviously.
Yeah, see, that's another, like, Dan Abnett and Mike Lee collaborate on the Malice Darkblade series, and that's really good. So Malus Darkblade is a minor. Well, he's not even a minor noble. He's a dark elf noble, but he's an illegitimate child of one of the scions of the Dark Elves, and he's always trying to one up his brothers and sisters, and takes him on some strange journeys and all these tales that go with it. It's really really cool. That's a good read. Malus Darkblade. There's so many good ones that have become out of print now as well, unfortunately.
What are you doing, my darling? You've gone the whole 6 minutes over.
No, I know. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll finish this trim on this shoulder pad, and then we shall call it a night. And we'll go and get the small person tucked in, and then I'll go and get the Rice Krispies. Other popped rice snacks are available. Yeah, because Mrs. and Little Miss MLG tidied out one of our kitchen cupboards today and found the other ingredients to make some awesome Rice Krispie buns. So, but we haven't actually got any Rice Krispies in the house. So, seeing as Rice Krispie buns are one of my favourite confectionaries, it is vitally important that, seeing as it's school holidays, that we get some Rice Krispies so that they can make some Rice Krispie buns. Because they'll make perfect snacks in amongst my diet.
This is when you go and get the Rice Krispies and we know we've got the other stuff, and then I go, no, I ain't got any bun cases then.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tony. We're going soon, honest.
Yeah, we are. We're going now. Thank you very much. We'll see you all hopefully. See you all hopefully soon. We'll be back tomorrow night at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. tomorrow, and no stream on Wednesday. No stream on Wednesday this week. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, guys, who have subscribed to the channel, resubscribed to the channel even. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the follows and everything earlier on.
Go on then, come and say goodbye. Super quick. Big shout. Bye.
Bye. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye, everyone. See you soon.